Meve spied the outline of Malabon Castle on the horizon and turned dour. True, no golden suns waved atop its towers, yet that did not mean those within supported her. Malabon belonged to House Obert, long in conflict with Meve's own, and with Meve herself.
Behind their ramparts. Do you see them, Reynard?
Asked Meve, shaking her head.
Countless ballistae, collecting dust, while war rages all around.
Perhaps the Oberts will lend us aid,
Reynard replied.
True, you've been at odds with them in the past, but perhaps now, faced with a common foe.
A common foe?
Snorted the Queen.
You mean Nilfgaard, to whom they opened their gates? Caldwell, whom they supported?
For they were convinced the Empire would win this war, and resistance pointless. Yet you have shown all the North the Blackclads can be defeated. So perhaps they shall forget old wrongs.
The things I do for the good of my realm.
Meve sighed.
So be it. Reynard, send a runner to the castle. Tell the Oberts their queen seeks a word.
Moments later, the castle's heavy iron gate creaked open. Meve rode into the cobblestone courtyard, where Margravine Greta, head of the house, greeted her. Although greeted is perhaps not the right word, for Lady Greta granted her only a barely perceptible nod.
What can I help you with, Meve?
The war, my dear. The one being fought outside the walls of your castle.
Greta smiled to herself, then intertwined her brittle, ring-covered fingers.
I'm afraid that's impossible.
It is a vassal's sacred duty to serve her liege, and
my liege is King Willem,
Greta calmly retorted.
whom you, your grace, have unlawfully captured. I command not enough men to free him from that captivity, but more than enough courage to refuse you.
You dare speak of courage.
Hissed Meve.
You, who handed your homeland to its enemy without a fight.
I followed the Council of Peers' ruling. Nothing more have I to say to you. Leave my home. Begone from my lands.
I shall go,
said the Queen.
but I shall return here once I win this war. And I shall reckon then with you and your house.
Meve kicked her spurs and set off at a gallop, sparks flying where horseshoes met cobblestones. For long afterwards, she silently mouthed a litany of curses aimed at the Oberts and their old Margravine.
You mad? Don't shake that! This could hurt. Watch your heads! Death is only the beginning!
Feel any burning? See a local healer or wise one.
Our ballista, your command.
Army's a waste of time for one like me.
For the Queen!
I smell a leak.
This could hurt. We got a job to do. Watch your heads!
If anyone asks, you've not seen me.
Left, right, left, right.
Coin never stinks, no matter how rank the pouch.
Mee's force reached Cavaldon, a small, run-down town,
The Blackclads, they've a strong garrison in place,
proclaimed her scouts upon returning from a foray.
and they stand prepared for a siege. Their stores overflow, and we see ballistas, scorpions.
Cavaldon can be taken,
Began Reynard hesitantly.
but not without losses. Considerable losses.
A retreat. Is that what you advise?
I fear the soldiers wouldn't take to such a course. They're eager, Your Grace. They've a fire in them. Order a retreat and you could devastate morale.
Our losses may be heavy,
Said Mee, drawing her sword.
but I'll make certain the vile invader suffers even more. Order the troops to prepare. We will attack.
Soon after, the Lyrians moved on Cavaldon. war drums rumbling in step to their march. Upon the walls, the Nilfgaardians stood poised to defend.
I won't leave a single city to these invader scum! Valyria! For Rivia!
I smell a leak.
We must bring down their walls! Crush them!
Wise choice.
You mad? Don't shake that!
God! Retreat!
Blood washes away all shame! Order! Life is mine now.
That was not in the spell books.
My, now that is some fancy weaponry.
And it's still got that new war machine smell.
An army's a waste of
Her
time.
Majesty knows what she's doing.
No time for that!
Our ballista at your command.
My prescription, a bit of bloodletting.
When will you ever learn?
A highly curious case.
We did it, Your Grace. The city is ours.
The Nilfgaardians had indeed prepared well, with grapples to repel hook ladders from the walls and long spears to rain down upon attackers far below. Meave managed on the fourth attempt to breach the defenses, but did so scrambling over the corpses of her own men. The Queen was in the field tent when Reynard arrived with surprising news. To be heard over the groans of the wounded, he had to raise his voice.
Your Grace, a delegation of townsfolk. They seek an audience urgently.
Dozens of burghers stood before the tent. Between them and the Queen, a man knelt in shackles. His face was blooded as if he'd endured a vicious beating just moments before.
Who's this?
Our blacksmith, Todo.
Snarled a priestess in a frayed robe.
He betrayed you, Your Grace. Soon after the Nilfgaardians arrived, within hours in truth, he offered his labour and strength. They didn't even need to ask. Forged arms and armour for them, all for imperial gold.
Meave gripped the beaten man's beard, tugged upwards, and looked him in the eyes.
Did you forge the hooks and the tips for those spears?
I did, Your Grace.
It was fine work.
Growled the Queen.
Damned fine.
Show him mercy, milady!
Cried a withered old man in a flour-spattered apron.
When the black-clad bastards captured my son, they were eager to hang him. Todo spoke for him, saved his life.
He helped me too.
Hollered a woman in the crowd.
I were hungry. He shared what little he had.
The townsfolk began shouting over one another. Some told of the blacksmith's noble deeds. Others labelled him a traitor deserving of a cruel and violent end. Meave turned back towards the field hospital, pondering the case, then spotted her soldiers' corpses laid out in rows. Had it not been for Todor, there might not have been so many.
You forged and gave the invader arms. The invader then used them to spill the blood of your neighbors, countrymen.
Began Meave, her jaw clenched.
Blood for blood. We'll now spill yours. Take this traitor to the square, and off with his head.
All Cavaldon gathered for the execution. Most cheered and jeered for the smith's head to roll. Yet a handful shuffled their feet uneasily as tears welled in their eyes.
Mom, I've come to tell you I must leave your army.
What? Why?
Against my better judgment, I joined you to heal your wounded. I realize now that was a mistake.
What exactly do you mean?
What you did runs counter to all my beliefs. You had your reasons, and have them still, I know. Yet I've no desire to abet them. I'd feel shame to lend a hand.
What can I do? Is there anything that would make you stay?
No, Mom. Farewell.
So be it. Good luck and Godspeed, Isbel.
Freedom will cost us dearly. Dearly indeed.
Your Majesty, the hut's untouched. Ripe grain in the fields, 'tis hard to believe. I feared we'd have another Edirn here, with the Blackclads setting fire to all.
I feared nothing of the sort. Nilfgaard's not stupid. Lands it aims to hold, it doesn't destroy. And Willem did bend the knee to the Emperor.
$152, $154.
Catch!
Scrubbing duty again? Oh, gods.
Blood washes away all shame! That will do. This one's got spirit.
I smell a leak.
Ballista, your command.
You mad? Don't shake that!
Ha!
This could hurt.
New orders? No? Must be an important lesson in this. But what?
I think you'll really like this one.
Watch your heads!
An army's a waste of time for one like me.
To work!
Quick and painful this'll be.
Obedience or the lash! Back in line!
Left, right, left, right.
Wise choice.